I'm going to face the east, as always, and command it, and give all praises, glory, and honor to my power, our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash, right? Barakatah Yahweh and Barakatah Yahweh Shai, right? So we're just going to go right in. This is going to be quick, and it's going to be a series. So this will be part one. I'm not going to start at Ecclesiasticus 1. I'm going to go ahead and start here at 2, and then periodically I'll jump over from Wisdom of Solomon to Ecclesiasticus. I'll go back and forth between those two, right? So right now we're going to go ahead and start, and I'm coming out of the King James Bible. King James. I might switch over and do some things in the NLT. So it just do all through the spirit. So let's go ahead and get started. As we know, King Solomon being the wisest man to ever live, there's so many things to be took and to be got out of the books, the life of Solomon. We can all find ourselves. We can all find ourselves somewhere, man or woman. We can find ourselves somewhere in him, right? He was the richest. He was the wisest man next to Yahweh Shai, obviously, because he asked Yahweh Shai for that wisdom. But next to Yahweh, who was all-knowing, right? King Solomon was the wisest man, right? So let's start here at the book of Ecclesiasticus 2, and we'll just go ahead and start from the very top. My son, if thou come to serve the Adawan, the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. All right, so I'm not going to be, I'll maybe in post, maybe I'll go back on lesson 2 and I'll reference some of the things that I'm reading with other, precepts, right? So we don't want to make haste, in a time of trouble. So I'll continue on. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end. Verse 4, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. Be patient when thou art charged to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. At all times, we want to believe in our Father, Abba, Yahweh, right? And he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. Verse 7, ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. So we have to wait. We can't take matters into our own hands and try to do things, because how can we know our own ways? And that's, I can get that scripture. It tells us that how can a man's goings are of Adawan, or of the Lord. Therefore, how can a man know his own ways? So we have to wait on the Lord. But if you don't do that, and you try to do it how you see fit, or you think it's going to work, you're going to fall. It says, Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy. If you fear him, you're going to wait on him. And your reward, Salakia, ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside. So you're not going to go astray, basically. You're not going to go aside and try to find your own answer. Or it says, least you fall, or you're going to fall. Verse 8, ye that fear the Adawan, the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. So if you have a true fear for the living power, the Lord, the Adawan, and believe him, your reward, what is a reward? A reward is a good thing when you get a reward. It says, your reward shall not fail, meaning he's going to reward you, and it won't fail. Right? So verse 9, ye that fear the Adawan, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy. Okay? Verse 10, let the generations, and this is a beautiful one here. They're all beautiful, but we have to, we could take this and understand that the Lord changes not, So this is, look at the generations of old and see, because he's asking a question. There's a question mark at the end of everything here. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? Question mark, right? So it's saying that in the days of old, the people that came, our forefathers, the people before us, those that trusted in him back then, they weren't confounded. So if we trust in him now, he's going to bring clarity to us, and he's not going to confound us because we trust in him, right? Are those that feared, are those that abided in his fear back then, did he forsake them? No. If we abide in him, he says he will abide in us. He won't forsake us, right? And it says, whom did he ever despise that called upon him? So all those that called upon the name of the Adawan, Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai back then, he was right there because they trusted. So this was in the days of old, our forefathers. He's the same. He changes not. Right? So that was 10. 11. For Adawan is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in time of affliction. 12. Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands in the sinner that goeth 2 ways. That's for you people that straddle the fence, or you're lukewarm. 13. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. Woe, verse 14, woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will ye do when the Adawan shall visit you? Verse 15, they that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. They that fear the Adawan will seek that which is well-pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law. Verse 17, They that fear the Adawan will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight. And closing with verse 18, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord, not into the hands of men. For as his majesty is, so is his mercy. Right? So that'll conclude just Ecclesiasticus 2 all the way to 18. And again, I'm just going to start a series, trying something different out through the Spirit, a series of books and passages. And it was on my spirit to go with the Wisdom of Solomon and, of course, Ecclesiasticus. And I don't know about the Zot, just this short lesson, you can go back and read this for yourself, so again, I pray that this short lesson was edifying, exhorting, and comforting to the believers, Shalawam to all you Akim or Aqua that are going to watch this. I pray that it add Kazakh, spiritual Kazakh strengthen you, to your spirits, should I say, that it add Kazakh to your spirits through the spirit of a Mashiach Yahushai. All right, and that we continue to stand fast and boldly, for the kingdom is at hand, and it draweth nigh. It is very close. All right, so with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. All right, Barakatah Yahweh and Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Shalawam to the remnant. Shalawam to the elect. Shalawam.